In the world of football, where talent meets destiny, a young boy from Stourbridge has risen to become one of the brightest stars on the planet. From Birmingham's humble training grounds to the grand stage of Real Madrid, Jude Bellingham's journey is a story of passion, belief, and unstoppable ambition. But behind every trophy, every celebration, and every goal, there lies a story of hard work, family, and sacrifice. This is the inspiring biography of Jude Victor William Bellingham, the boy who became a global icon before turning 22. Stay tuned till the end, because what Jude has achieved at such a young age will truly leave you speechless. Jude Bellingham was born on June 29, 2003, in Stourbridge, a market town in the West Midlands of England. His full name, Jude Victor William Bellingham, carries a story of family pride and footballing destiny. His father, Mark Bellingham, was a well-known non-league footballer and also a police sergeant. But even though Mark never played professional football, he scored over 700 goals in semi-professional leagues, a true local legend. From him, Jude inherited not just his love for the game, but also his discipline, focus, and passion. His mother, Denise, played an equally crucial role, managing the family's life as Jude began his early football journey. Later, she would even move with him to Germany when he joined Borussia Dortmund, ensuring he stayed grounded despite fame and fortune. Jude also has a younger brother, Joe Bellingham, who is following closely in his footsteps and is now making waves at Sunderland. The Bellingham family, you could say, is football's new royal family. Jude's football story began when he was just 7 years old, joining the Birmingham City Academy. From the very first day, coaches noticed something special about him. He wasn't just skilled, he had an extraordinary sense of maturity, leadership, and decision-making that made him stand out. Even at 10, Jude was already playing with boys older than him, often dominating games with his energy and intelligence. His work ethic became legendary, always the first to arrive at training and the last to leave. Those who knew him back then say he carried himself like a professional even as a child. Fast forward to August 6, 2019, a 16-year-old Jude Bellingham made his senior debut for Birmingham City in an EFL Cup match against Portsmouth. He became Birmingham City's youngest ever first-team player, breaking a record that had stood for over 40 years. But Jude wasn't just there to make up the numbers, he played like he belonged. That same month, he scored his first professional goal against Stoke City, becoming the youngest goalscorer in the club's history. Fans began to chant his name, and scouts from Europe's biggest clubs were already watching. By the end of that season, Jude had made 44 appearances in the championship, an incredible achievement for a 16-year-old. When he eventually left Birmingham City in 2020, the club retired his shirt number, the famous number 22, as a tribute to his impact. Many questioned the decision, but soon, everyone understood why. In July 2020, Jude Bellingham signed with Borussia Dortmund, one of the best clubs in the world for developing young talent. His transfer fee, around £25 million, made him the most expensive 17-year-old in football history. Moving to Germany was a bold step, but Jude was ready. He adapted instantly, showing maturity beyond his years. In his debut match for Dortmund, he scored a goal, becoming their youngest ever goalscorer in the DFB Pokal. Over the next few seasons, he developed into a complete midfielder, powerful, creative, and fearless. Fans loved his intensity, his hunger, and the way he led the team, even at just 18 and 19 years old. One of his most iconic moments came in the Champions League, when he faced off against Manchester City and dominated the midfield against players he once idolized. Pep Guardiola himself said, "He's something special. One of the best players I've ever seen at that age." And he was right. Bellingham's time at Dortmund made him a leader, not just a player. In 2022, he even captained the team, the youngest captain in the club's history. It was clear, this wasn't just another young talent. Jude Bellingham was a generational phenomenon. In June 2023, Jude took another giant leap, signing with Real Madrid, the most successful football club in history. The transfer fee was reportedly around €103 million, plus add-ons, making him one of the most expensive English players ever. Many questioned whether a 20-year-old could handle the pressure of wearing that legendary white shirt, but Jude answered all doubts instantly. In his La Liga debut, he scored and assisted. In his Champions League debut for Madrid, he scored again. Week after week, Jude delivered, with goals, leadership, and charisma that reminded fans of legends like Zidane and Ronaldo. The Santiago Bernabéu began to chant, "Hey Jude," echoing across the stadium, uniting fans from all generations. He didn't just play for Real Madrid, he embodied their spirit. By the end of his first season, Jude Bellingham was named La Liga Player of the Season, ahead of stars like Vinicius Jr. and Lewandowski. He even helped Madrid win the Champions League 2023-24, scoring crucial goals along the way. The boy from Birmingham had conquered Europe. On the international stage, Jude has become the heart of England's midfield. He made his senior debut for England in 2020, becoming the third youngest player to ever wear the Three Lions shirt. In the 2022 FIFA World Cup, Jude was one of England's standout players, scoring, assisting, and inspiring millions. His maturity and leadership have made him a cornerstone of Gareth Southgate's plans for Euro 2024 and beyond. Many believe that Jude Bellingham could one day captain England, and lead them to the glory they've been waiting for since 1966. Beyond his footballing ability, Jude Bellingham stands out for his humility and maturity. He speaks with confidence but never arrogance. He respects the game, the fans, and his opponents. His mentality, always stay hungry, never satisfied, defines who he is. Even though he plays for the biggest club in the world, he remains the same down-to-earth kid who started at Birmingham. Off the pitch, Jude has become a role model for young players around the world, showing that success doesn't come from talent alone, but from discipline, hard work, and belief. At just 22, Jude Bellingham has already achieved more than most players dream of. He's played over 200 professional games, scored in every major competition, and become a global icon. Yet, everyone who knows him says, he's only just getting started. His journey is far from over. The next decade of football might just belong to Jude Bellingham, the new face of England, and perhaps, the future captain of Real Madrid. From the streets of Stourbridge to the lights of Madrid, Jude Bellingham's story reminds us that greatness doesn't wait for age, it waits for courage. He's not just a footballer. He's a symbol of what happens when passion meets purpose. And as he continues to rise, one thing is certain, the world is watching, and the best of Jude Bellingham is yet to come. If you enjoyed this biography, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories of sports legends. This is Do You Know, where we bring you the stories behind the stars. Thanks for watching, and remember, believe in your dreams, because one day, they might just take you to Real Madrid.